Yeah, see, that's that bullshit, man. Even got Trey out here stealing my shit. Oh.
Right? This is GameStop's daily candle price action. Check that out. AMC's. The only difference is the magnitude of the moves, but the moves are the same. One big rip, two big rips, three big rips, fourth big rip. AMC, 1, 2, 3, 4. In the same exact freaking time frames. Now, I get it. These are sympathy plays that run off of each other. When one runs, the other one runs. But the price action is damn near identical sometimes. They make the argument, yeah, but it's the same people buying the stock. Come on. Get out of here with that nonsense. You're trying to tell me that the exact same people are buying the exact same stock at the exact same moment, at the exact same time, every single day? No.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Why didn't I think to make some videos forever ago talking about that exact same thing? I give him props that at least said he was wrong this time, but he was also wrong about his 3750 shit. I went over that too. It was actually a slightly higher resistance level of like 39. 39 was the actual resistance level. Where we're at now, 49.50 kind of seems to be its new resistance level, not 38.50. At least he admitted he was wrong. It's funny. I mean, just I've been saying this forever, trying to tell everyone this shit forever. It's fucking controlled. Two stocks do not ever and should never, ever, crypto as well, never, ever move exactly the same. And I said the same thing. There's a discrepancy in some of the candles sometimes because GME is worth a lot more. But it's damn near the same price movements at the exact same times. I've broke it down to individual minute bars throughout the day for you guys. All these dudes just stealing my shit. Y'all could at least shout me out, considering the fact you cost me my fucking freedom to trade how I wanted to trade, because I believed you, Mr. I never bullshit anyone, blah, 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 blah. Because I believed you when I knew I should have taken my fucking profits, which now he's telling people to do. Make sure you lock in your profits. That's what he's saying now. No more of the buy and hold and keep buying and holding and all that bullshit. Now he's telling people the same thing I'm telling you all. Make sure you lock in your profits. Make sure when you see something that looks nice, you take it. Just take it. This is fucking controlled. It doesn't matter what the fuck you do. It's going to go when they say it can go, and it's going to go the direction they want it to go. It does not matter what you fucking do. It just doesn't. Like I said, whether that's because this whole thing is being investigated, like I said, the paper that GameStop released saying that the SEC has asked them to cooperate with an investigation on May 26th, that is when you really started seeing GME and AMC move really, really close together. Like you really started seeing a lot of the same movement in it. Was around that time where it was daily. Just daily, it really, really was very noticeable. Um, before it was just the movements, not exact, but very close. It just really became an exact type of movement at the end of May. Um, I really don't even want to play the last part because all he does, he just says he got a message from someone who's, like, hey man, I'm in a bad way. I've lost so much money on my calls, holding them, and just same situation as me. Very similar, and he can't pay his rent, blah 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 blah, all that shit. Same thing. If I would not have pulled back, if I would not have realized these guys were full of shit, had I not fucking just slapped myself back down to reality, I would have been completely broke. I would have been completely broke. I would have been back to living in my fucking truck. It would have happened. And just thank God I really started noticing these patterns, and I was really digging into this because something didn't make sense. There was a problem that had no answer, and none of these people were trying to figure it out or even offering any steps to coming up with a solution or an equation to even figure it out. So I had to do it on my own, and I did, and I realized this thing's fucking controlled to the max. It's controlled. Nothing we're doing is doing anything. And anyone that keeps hanging on to this shit is going to lose every fucking penny, because this is not going to hit this George W. and fucking go. I knew on the 1st of July, because they had the perfect excuse, because every YouTuber, all the people on Reddit, everything, this is happening this month. It's going to happen by June's end. It's going to happen by June's end. And they had the perfect excuse to kick it down and blame it on people selling off, because the whole YouTube and Reddit community said it was happening in June, and then July 1st came and everyone sold out. Uh, they watch this shit. They have people dedicated to these forums. They infiltrated Reddit a long time ago. They infiltrated YouTube several times. I'm not even convinced that all of these guys were just standalone kids that popped up for this AMC movement and weren't planted in this fucking shit. Because you got a bunch of people that have lost a lot of money. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. I had money to change my life. Like I said, not life-changing money, not that type of shit, but enough to where I would have been able to change my life. But these guys did a piss poor job of really explaining a lot of things to anyone. It was just a narrative that was pushed. It was a stone cold narrative that engulfed you. It sucked you in. And when the shit in May happened, everyone was just elated. Everyone thought this was it. This is going. They made it seem that way too. And they're the ones that had been watching it all year, not me. So they're the ones that have the, expertise in it, the experience in it. They're the ones that know what's going on. Or so I thought. Turns out none of these motherfuckers knew what's going on. None of them. Not a damn one of them. None of them were talking about the manipulation. Now they want to start talking about it. Now these guys are starting to speak a little more about it, literally taking words that I have the exact words verbatim, using what I have said in many videos. And this is why I don't push as hard as I do with my channel or any of that shit, because these guys have been stealing my information and shit from my videos for a long time. A long time. And that's all they have to do is just take my shit and say it on their channel, and my channel isn't gonna grow. People see me or click on my shit, oh well, oh, that's the same shit. I had people tell me that before. I had people literally come into my comment section and go, oh yeah, Matt was talking about that already on his lives. Yeah, that's because fuck Bubble over there watched my video from 5 days ago. And I'd tell them that, go watch my video from 5 days ago, dick fucker. Like, don't come on my channel fucking talking about these guys and how anything is their intellectual property, or Charlie's for that matter. God bless him, do his thing. He's one of the reasons I really started a channel, so I'm never going to dog him like that. But my intellectual property is my fucking intellectual property. Anything I say on my channel came from my fucking brain, my thought process, my research, all of that. Nobody else's. Not one other fucking person influences the shit that comes on my channel other than this. Like, this is obviously his own video, his shit. I just picking bits and pieces of it apart, especially the parts that are funny with how different he is now compared to back here. How different he is now. And now Trey's, I've already seen the other guys on their videos take my shit and repeat it and regurgitate it. And initially that's what they were doing with Charlie. That's what I said. That's really what got me into it. I was still floating around in these guys' live streams, and they were stealing Charlie's DD literally and passing it off as their own back when he was doing really, really solid DD. Um, and that's why I don't push like I do. These guys already watch me. I already have been telling people and showing you the evidence of what is real and what goes on in the stock market with these stocks right now. I got my own subscribers with notifications on telling me that they're not getting my new videos. I have comments that don't show up in my fucking shit. It's usually when it's a direct communication to me, or it speaks in any terms of, uses the word manipulation. Obviously, there's certain things you can't say. I think, like, there's certain profanity that if you put it in the comment, it'll get banned, or shadow banned, whatever. But um, a lot of people they don't find me. I don't pop up on shit all the time, and I'll be cranking videos out more than these guys do, which YouTube's algorithm runs on the hour. It's like what comes out that hour, and I've been shadow banned. It's like you're fucking starting to finally see all these guys now talking about the shit I've been talking about since June and July. Now they're talking about it. And now he's realizing, oh, his 4-test trend didn't work. He missed it before. Like I said, his 3750, that was not the trend. That was not the test. It was 39. And he was off and didn't even really recognize it or pay attention to it because he's drawing these big green boxes that cover up $1.25. It makes it look like 3750 was correct, but it wasn't. He has been wrong. All of these guys have been wrong. They've been wrong since back here. Since they said this was going to fucking bounce up and go. Since we were breaking the bullish pennant and we were going to fucking head up and all that shit. No, you're not. This is going to do what they allow it to fucking do. This spent all this time going down and going down and going down because they needed to take remember what I was talking about in my other video? They need to take new shorts out, close out the old ones. It's a fucking strategy, and it's a brilliant one. And if you can do it long enough, you will end up positive again on your entire positions. And that's what they've been doing. And now they're most likely, it took them 2 months or so, they're positive, or at a minimum net neutral, but they're going to be positive with the moves they're still making. Uh, it's it's really simple. I mean, to me it is, I guess. I don't know. Um, But yeah, this is why I don't push as hard as I do. It wouldn't matter. The moment I came out with a legitimate fucking finance channel, they'll suck up every bit of information I put out there, pass it off as their own, and then YouTube pays them and their subscribers pay them for my fucking property and my work. And it's, I've noticed it for a while. So, you know, I think it's funny. They're all mirroring shit that I fucking have been saying for a long time. The fact that this cat's telling people to lock in profits now, literally telling people, make sure you're locking in your profits as this is going, instead of the whole keep buying and holding and pushing it up. Maybe he really is just now finding out that this whole thing has been manipulated, most likely all year, but heavily controlled since this area. Um, yeah, like I said, whenever these guys come out with something that I believe is worth bringing to your attention, I will bring it to your attention. I just don't have the energy or anything in me to dissect these guys anymore. I don't. If you don't know by now, then you're not gonna know. If you watch them every day and have, even since June, even if you didn't watch them before May, if you've watched them since June, since this area, you should have figured out on your own by now that these guys are all full of shit. All of them. Um, they tell you what they know you want to hear. So, well, that's it for this one. There ain't much else to really talk about. I guess we can look at some after hours action since I'm on here. Yeah, AMC, of course, doing AMC shit. Let's see. Man, fuck me. God damn it, dude. Man, just this fucking day trade shit, man. It's the most frustrating shit in the world. I imagine this may probably run back up to the 10s, flirt with 11 again, and probably get knocked back down into the 8s, and probably into the 7s by Friday. Who knows? I mean, it does have a series. This is different. This is a big break in its pattern and trajectory. never really thought I was going to see it like double tap 1250 in the same fucking day. That it may change direction. It may be on an upswing, and it may come back up to test that shit and break right through it. I don't know, but the pattern and history says it's going to go back into the eights, probably high sevens, but we'll see, I guess. And yeah, it's just going to keep doing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to keep doing. And G-Man, sir, yeah, brother, man, I don't, you very, like, surprised with your comment that how do I not have $25,000 in my account? I'm not rich, brother, man. Like, my life has not been kind to me, homie. Good Lord figured he was gonna deem me the Job of my generation, pretty much. This is what he did to me. So, at a very early age, as a teenager, I had to learn how to take care of myself and survive and pay bills when all of my friends are still in school. I had to become my own parent. Very hard life, just to put it in layman's terms. It's very, very rough life, sir. Yeah, to just fucking $25,000 would be a dream, a dream come true. And yeah, basically, I don't know if you have a fat account and you're not aware. If you have less than $25,000 in your brokerage account and I'm assuming you know what a day trade is, but for those that don't know what a day trade is, it is when you make a trade in the same day. So say I bought here today and then sold here. That is considered a day trade. The purchase of a stock, whether it's an option or the actual underlying, and the sell in the same day is a day trade. You are only allowed to do that 3 times in a 5-day trading period, not 3 times in a week. It carries over to the next week. So if I did this on Wednesday, I would have to wait until next, what is it, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, it would be basically Wednesday again. I don't know if it's Tuesday or if it's on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, I think it's Tuesday. I believe if I did it on Wednesday, it would be that Tuesday morning. I think. I'm pretty sure. Honestly, don't know, but I think it is. I think it's on the 5th day. Actually, you know what? I think it's the day you made it. Actually, I think it's if I did it on a Wednesday, I would have to wait until the next Wednesday for that to drop off my day trade, fucking whatever it is they have, their little tracker that they have. Every brokerage has one for anyone that has less than $25,000 in their account. Um, and I found out early the hard way because it says every brokerage says if you make another one, you may be subject to day trade restrictions. And I was like, yeah, well, fuck them. I'm gonna make 4. The moment I made that 4th trade, my shit was locked for 90 days. I could not make any day trades. Even during the AMC run up on June 2nd, I was under day trade restrictions. I couldn't day trade it. And that kind of fucked me a little bit too because if I had day trading ability then, I definitely would have taken profits. I definitely would have opened new positions. And I didn't. I had to sit until like the 7th or 8th of June before I could day trade again. So yeah, and the only way to get out of that, if you get day trade restricted, if you make 4 in a 5-day trading period, you either have to wait the 90 days or you have to bring your account balance to $25,000, and it'll lift that restriction because you can day trade when you have $25,000. And yeah, like I said, this year is special. It is. You have never seen volatility in this many stocks like this ever in the stock market. Never. This is like the year of the short squeeze, the year of the retail trader. You just have people pouring into stocks, and on any given day, if you're tracking shit, it's subject to moves like that, like this, like that right there. That happens all the time in a bunch of stocks at any given time. And if I could freely buy here when it's running up and then sell up here and be able to do that as much as I would like, I'd make a fucking killing. Because I already would know, do it every morning pretty much. Wait, because you'll see these pop up all the time. You saw it, SPRT had its own little run too. Had this nice little move here, would have bought in around here, even here, and got out here. I'm making profit either way. BBIG would have been able to get in here or here, whatever, and ride this trend up. And I already know that once it gets towards 12, they're going to kick it down. So I would have gotten out safely here and would have been fine. But you can't do that. And it makes it very difficult. The way to try to work around it is you have to watch a stock for the entire day. And if it's trending down, pray that it's going to trend up. If it's stock you've been watching for a while, like AMC, pretty much every morning. Every morning for the last few weeks has had immense buying pressure. Even if they're shorting at the same time, it still has immense buying pressure. So AMC is one where you can pretty much buy at the end of the day. And if you're lucky and it's a day, where it gets to run like it did today, you can make a pretty penny without wasting a day trade. But even then, it's still difficult because you can't commit a lot of money to it. You can only do, I only do 2 contracts max at the end of the day. Just because if they decide to short with it a lot, and it ends up eating up all that buy pressure and then pushing it down, well, then you made a bad play. Plus, they also like to short in the after hours in the pre-market when it has a good end of the day, and where you bought your contract now at the bell is fucking down here already, and then they just, you got that buy pressure coming back in. All it does is bring you back up to neutral. So it's like, seriously, if I, not toot my own horn, but if I wasn't as intelligent as I am, there's no fucking way in hell I would be able to do this for a living with an account that averages $1,200. Like, that's on average. I try to have about 1,000 to 2,000 in it, but sometimes I don't get a lot of great plays that I can make a lot of money on, so I have to take a bunch of small plays to make sure I can pay my fucking bills for the month. So you ask any person in the world that trades professionally how much money is in their brokerage account, I promise you there's no one on this planet that could take probably what I work with, 1,000 to 2,000 monthly, and be able to pay all of your bills with it. And some months I can't. Some months I can't pay some of my credit card bills. I, pay the minimum amount, which I don't like doing because that's something else I've been doing for like 3 years, fixing my credit. So yeah, I mean, I'm not rich, brother. I know to a lot of people, $25,000 isn't shit. But to some people it is. It's literally, for me, that would be enough money to change my life. Like I said, not life-changing money to where I wouldn't have to do anything for the rest of my life, but it would be enough for me to change my life. So yeah, so there's that. I guess we will end on that note because I need to go to sleep here soon. Exhausted, been reading all day and taking tests and shit. So, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Hope you guys sleep well. Have a good night. I'm out.